Have you ever looked at a banana and thought, that's radioactive? Well, it is. But don't worry, you can keep enjoying them in your cereal. Bananas are full of an element called potassium, and a tiny, tiny fraction of that potassium is a special kind called potassium-40, which is naturally radioactive. This means it slowly releases minuscule amounts of energy over time. You would need to eat millions of bananas in one sitting to feel any ill effects. It's a fantastic example of a hidden scientific truth hiding in plain sight, right there in your fruit bowl. This little bit of science isn't scary. It's just a reminder that the world is buzzing with invisible processes. This natural radiation is all around us, in the soil, in the air, and even in our own bodies. The amount from a banana is so small it's considered background radiation, a normal part of living on planet Earth. So what is all this stuff made of anyway? Your chair, the air you're breathing, that banana, it all comes down to atoms. Atoms are the basic building blocks of everything. Think of them like incredibly tiny, microscopic Lego bricks. There are many different kinds of atoms, which we call elements, like oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and that potassium we talked about. The number of atoms in a single grain of sand is larger than the number of grains of sand on a huge beach. It's a mind-bogglingly huge number, which shows you just how small atoms really are. Now, atoms rarely like to be alone. They love to team up and hold hands with other atoms. When two or more atoms bond together, they form a molecule. A molecule of water, for example, is made of two hydrogen atoms bonded to one oxygen atom. That's why its chemical formula is H2O. Let's talk more about water. You see it every day, you drink it, you bathe in it. It seems so simple, right? But water is one of the strangest and most amazing molecules in the universe. Here's a secret. Most substances get denser when they freeze. They shrink and become more compact, but not water. When water freezes into ice, it actually expands and becomes less dense. This is why ice cubes float in your drink and why icebergs float in the ocean. This weird floating ice trick is incredibly important for life on Earth. Because ice floats, it forms a protective, insulating layer on the surface of the water, allowing aquatic life to survive the winter. Here's another water secret. It's incredibly sticky. Water molecules are very attracted to each other, a property called cohesion. You can see this when you see a droplet of water on a leaf. It pulls itself into a nice, tidy bead. This combination of cohesion and adhesion is what allows trees to pull water all the way from their roots up to their highest leaves, defying gravity. Great discoveries in science don't always happen on purpose. Sometimes they are happy accidents. In 1938,